Vacation is probably sounding pretty good right about now, and we have found a way for you to take the whole family to exotic locations and save hundreds of dollars on each airline ticket. As we continue Getaway Planning Week, Patrick McKee shows you how to get incredible deals sent straight to your inbox.
Tom and Danelle Brody are gearing up to save hundreds of dollars in a matter of minutes.
Hey Tom, we got this email from Scott's Cheap Flights on a trip to Poland.
They're about to fly overseas for what most of us would pay to fly to Los Angeles or Chicago.
It is a great deal. We are so excited to be part of the program.
They're doing it through a company called Scott's Cheap Flights, a company that promises to save you an average of $550 per ticket.
We found the trip from Houston to Rome for $376 a person, and that would probably be about $1,200.
On a recent trip to Rome, the Brodies estimate they saved more than $800 a ticket. Lisa Bedford took her whole family to Croatia, a trip that should have cost about $1,600 per person. She paid a fraction of that.
The deal was amazing. It was $383 round trip from Houston.
So how do you use Scott's Cheap Flights? First, sign up with an email address and password. Step 2, choose the airport you want to fly out of. You can actually pick several. You want to pick your home airport and some of the surrounding international airports.
You're going to get the most long-haul international departures.
Now you're going to start receiving email alerts detailing the hottest deals around, each containing a link you can click on to actually buy that ticket during a specific date range. I signed up for the free service and found some pretty good deals. Now, you are going to have to go out of one of our neighboring international airports as opposed to our local regional airports. But from Baltimore to Puerto Vallarta, a $266 round-trip flight. Normally, that's more than $500. And from Raleigh-Durham to Hong Kong, that's normally a $1,000 flight. You can get that for $566. Scott's offers two different membership deals, their free membership at zero cost and their premium membership at $49 a year.
With the free membership, what you're getting is only about 20% of the total published deals. You're also not going to be getting deals for holidays or peak season.
As for Lisa, Tom, and Danelle, they're already checking out Scott's alerts for their next bucket list trip. Remember, if you choose to use Scott's Cheap Flights, you can't fly anytime you want, so it's best to find the deal you like best. Look at the dates available, then plan the dates for your vacation. Also remember, these truly are outstanding deals, so you will need to book quickly, usually within a few days, or those flights will be gone. Happy trails. Patrick McKee, 10 News, working for you.